All right, boom, baby, we're live. What up? Welcome to Interview Man, episode 879. Here with Logan.
What up?
We're late because he overslept.
Yeah, right. I'm getting ready.
No, Logan had to catch up with sleep today. we're on black timing. I know we'll be on time eventually. We're also having a good time. But listen, guys, appreciate you all for being here. Like I said, we're out here. We're scouting location for potential upcoming events. So you definitely want to stay tuned to the channel. Because American women are pigs. And we're going to be talking about one today who had the audacity to talk about me like she knew something, like all American women typically think they do. And the reason why, if you ever meet an American woman, guys, and you think, wow, like, why is this woman like this? Why is she so insufferable? Why is she so dumb? Why is she so ignorant? It's because no man in her life told her the most important thing a man can ever tell a woman. Shut the fuck up. All right. And that's what we're going to do today digitally, because they think they know some shit. And if they knew some shit, they wouldn't be so fat. They wouldn't be so ugly. They wouldn't be so poorly mannered. And they wouldn't be so single, which they are the largest group of single women on the planet. So here we are. We're going to do the Lord's work. And we're going to put her in her place, which is ideally in the kitchen. But, you know, we got to do it because they're out of control.
There has to be someone to save the world.
She's one of your people. She's one of the Californians.
Yeah. That's how it is with the California girls. My California girls are good, but there's a lot of them that are not so good. So.
Yep. Well, like I said, Melodias de Rancho says grade A pigs. I would say grade D. Grade A means they're a good pig. They're low-level pigs. So shout out to Iron Patriots of Puck, California. Agreed. But Logan is a representative from the based people from California. So look, we're going to get going with the show right now. So stay tuned because we're going to break down a whole video where this chick is like literally from start to finish completely wrong. And it's fascinating because she thinks she's right.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit.
Okay, because you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay. You can do what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's triggered.
No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
It's
common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you gotta get out a god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're gonna attract predators.
All right. So we got a whole lot of retardation to cover. So we just got to jump right into it. So let's go straight to this video. Shout out to the homie. He runs a smaller channel, but I like this kid. He's doing a good job. And he is a pretty cool guy. This is his channel. It's called Controvert Podcasts, and it says Asian girl thinks dating in the East sucks, gets awkward. So do you know anything about this chick?
Nope. But she's like basically every California brainwashed Asian girl. You know, the funny thing is, like a lot of these, her grandparents are, you know, the ones who probably came from Vietnam or whatever country. And
From
came
her
over
name,
here.
she seems.
She looks Vietnamese, yeah.
No. From her name, it seems like she's Japanese mixed.
Oh, is she?
Because her name is first name is a Japanese name and the last name is a Chinese name.
Well, yeah, either way, all the girls that, you know, their grandparents immigrated over to California for a better life from communism or whatever crazy country they came from. And then all the generations, my generation of Asian girls and every girl of my generation is super brainwashed. And it's hilarious because, you know, their grandparents probably agree with everything that we say.
Yeah.
And then somehow over time, they got brainwashed from just living in the Western world, going to the school systems here, watching the news, listening to the society and all this other bullshit. So it's very interesting to see because, you know, she represents probably most of the girls here. So let's see what she has to say.
Brain rot, a whole lot of stupid. But again, like I was telling Logan, because I'm just, guys, you have to understand, okay? I know people don't want me to say this because it's technically bad for business as a dating coach. But I just got to tell you guys the absolute truth, okay? If you're in America, American women are the bottom of the global barrel. They're the largest group of undesirable women the human race has ever seen. If you don't believe me, ask AI. They're the fattest. They're the loudest. They've committed so many fucking abortions. It's insane. You know how many women, you know how many abortions have been had in America?
Probably more than every other country.
No, surprisingly, no.
Really?
The top 3 countries are China, Russia, and USA. The Russian bitches are killing babies in mass, like based upon their population, like the ratio of population to abortions. But American women have aborted 63 million babies.
Holy crap.
63. Bro. That's more than all people that have ever died in all American wars going back to the beginning.
They talk shit on the Nazis for killing however many people, but dude, these women are killing hella people, bro. What the fuck?
That 6 million number ain't nothing compared to the modern American woman. They'll kill that baby in its sleep, you know?
God damn.
And it just shows you that, like, the more bumper, like, the more, like, we handicap women, the more we put the bumpers on the bowling alley for women, they just get worse. The more you coddle somebody, the worse they end up. Like trust fund babies, like rich kids. And American women, it's the top short on my channel. American women who go to Japan, they never last. They always run home with their with their curly little pigtail tied in between their legs, because Japanese women are way more beautiful, way more feminine, way more better at being women than these pigs. And they can't compete. The only reason women stand a chance in America is because there's so many other fat pigs around. And they're like, oh, well, like, I'm only 170 pounds. I'm not like 280 pounds like Bertha over there. And they think that's a flex. And then when you're a guy and you're trapped in America and you're like, well, fuck, it's like, I'm going to try to go for the skinny girl, the hot girl that I want. And then these guys think, oh, well, how can I compete? Oh, I'll just start simping. I'll just give money. I'll give resources. I'll give compliments. I'll give promotions at work. And like, all guys are doing this. Somebody hit me up today. He's like, bro, you don't get it. Most rich men are simps. I was like, brother, most men are simps.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor. The simping is a universal problem with men right now.
The guys who have money, they simp in a different way. So the simps who don't have money, they use their time, they use their energy. The simps who have money use their money, time, and energy. So they just use more of their resources. But, you know, and I have a very successful dating life in California, in the United States. And it is very rare for most guys, right? The average guy, and I've seen this, you know, traveling. I've been to Japan. I went to Japan for 6 months. You know, MLD, you've obviously lived there for fucking like years.
10.5 years.
Right? You've been traveling way more than me. But even when I went to Japan for 6 months when I was on deployment in the military, you know, the quality of the girls, super feminine. You know, even here in this country that we're in right now, the types of girls, they're just more naturally feminine, less training than I have to do. Because I get my girls to act like the girls, you know, in different countries like Japan and whatever, but it takes a lot more time. I have to undo a lot of the brainwashing that's been done from society, social media, right? And so the ROI that you get living in the United States versus, and like I said, I'm still very successful when it comes to dating in the US, but the amount of the ROI that you get for the amount of energy that you put in is not as high as if you're in a different country. Now, that being said, does that mean that you should completely give up on dating in the US?
No,
I think you should still learn the skills to become successful. Because like for me,
you have to.
You have to. Yeah.
It's like I sound like a grifter now. I sound like a grifter when I say this. When it's like you have to learn dating skills, but you fucking do. Like, guys, open your eyes. You see it every day. I'm here with you guys in America now. Obviously, I'm in Paraguay with fucking Logan, but because we had to get the hell out of that shithole. But fucking, we're just here scouting locations. Like I said, we're gonna be throwing some VIP events for VIP clients very soon. But I have moved back to America, and it's like I respect all you guys that put up with the shit, man. Because I'm already planning my exit. I've been here 4 months, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm not. Because it's true, like hoflation is real. We have to work 20x harder for a woman that's 5 times as worse as our grandmother. And I'm not trying to complain, but I'm just telling you guys, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's so bad out there. Like,
it doesn't
you need
even,
skills. You need
Yeah.
skill set.
Yeah, it doesn't even apply just to women too. It's just like even making money. Like let's say you're making 10K in the US from your online business, you know, you still get more. Your ROI is bigger when you go to a different country. And so I think if you are good with girls in the US and you use that same skill set and bring it to any other country, like, bro, it's ridiculously easy. Like the first day that we're here, you know, I had 2 twins approach me and talk to me, and, you know, they were chasing after me in MLD. And so
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, hypothetically, of course. And it just shows, like, if you could get good with girls in the hardest places in the world, you'll do very, very well anywhere. And same thing with making money. If you could be successful, make money in the US, and you go travel to any other country, your ROI on your American dollars is absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, way harder, way longer. Azrael, first of his name, he says, I went to Japan last summer. I got treated better by random women than most of my exes. I'll be in Lisbon next month because I'm looking to retire there. That's nice. Portugal's good. So I'll just say this and we'll jump right into it.
Yeah.
But the number one thing, and I want to clearly state this to you guys so you understand, you're not crazy. America is the only place in the world where you'll be in a nightclub and you'll like walk up to a group of girls and try to say hi. And the girls would be like, fuck you, get the fuck away from me, you fucking fag, or like, and just start going crazy on you, saying all this insane shit. No good human being does that. And it's normalized in America.
Yeah.
It's insane. If you did that in Russia, they hit
a bitch.
They would feed the women the table. They would just be like, oh, really? Is that what you're saying? And the problem is women are so lost and misguided because nobody calls them out anymore. The next step in us, because we're now doing the podcast revolution as men, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I'm leading the fucking charge. Okay. The next thing we have to do is men have to start checking women in public and be like, because we're checking them online, but it's not enough because it's created an echo chamber. We need to get into the real world and be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you realizing, like, if you see a girl being rude, like, are you realizing you're being incredibly fucking rude right now? Don't fucking do it. And then whip out your phone and then start filming it too, because that's the only way we change things. Otherwise, we are heading to societal collapse. Not trying to be like doom and gloom, not trying to fucking be, you know, Mr. Cool Guy with the rage bait. None of that. This is just objective information. And we're going to cover that today with this young girl because she thinks she knows some shit. That's the problem with American women. Nobody told them, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. And nobody says it. Everybody just gasses them up. Everybody. And that's why they go through life delusional. Like nobody checks them.
Well, I think that's also why my generation has grown up very, very lost and weak and brainwashed because, you know, even our parents, our older generations stayed quiet. Like imagine if all of our parents, you know, guys who are my age, 22, 23, 24, 25, you know, our parents said, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm taking my kids out of school because school is brainwashing my child. You know how quickly schools would flip whatever they're teaching us, whatever shit they're teaching us. Imagine if we all did this and we all like, you know, stood up against watching all this Hollywood propaganda bullshit. They'd have to change it because no one's watching their shit. The issue is, you know, our parents just didn't know, or they just didn't, you know, set the boundary hard enough. And a lot of us grew up somewhat brainwashed, or more brainwashed than other generations. And so I feel like not only with the girls and with dating, but it also applies to everything, like everything that we're being taught. And you have to stand up and say something. Otherwise, if you don't, you know, and if all men, we don't do this, we're not speaking the truth and we're not standing up for what's right, you know, they're eventually just going to keep going 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Same thing with gun control, same thing with everything in your lives that you guys value. They are slowly going to eat away because the farther they can get, you know, the same thing, you give a mouse a cookie or you give a mouse a crumb, it's going to want the whole fucking cookie. And same thing with girls. You give them an inch, they're going to take a fucking mile. Okay. And same thing with the government and everything else in your lives. So
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm just saying that I'm experiencing this on the ground firsthand. So another thing is this, guys, because my heart really goes out to you men at home, because I know what you're dealing with, because I deal with this shit now too. And this is why you need bulletproof inner game and confidence, because I know that in your day-to-day life, you guys probably just get treated like shit by women, and you just like kind of just stomach it. And maybe some of you guys believe like maybe this is real. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe there's something. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with you. These women are rude. These women are fat. These women are ugly. They lack self-awareness. They're very mean-spirited people. Okay. So when you get judged by somebody, before you take that judgment to your heart, ask yourself, who is judging me? What are they saying about me? Is there any validity behind this person's decision-making process? If she's just some fat fucking idiot who's just like fucking chimping out about whatever shit she wants to fucking lose her mind about, you know, ask yourself, is this chick really fucking qualified to even say these things about me? Like, what is the weight of their judgment, right? If you're a fat chick and you're ugly and you have no man and you have no friends and you're just like, you have no self-awareness, you're in tons of debt, basically every woman in America, right?
Yep.
Really, what is your opinion worth? Like, the greatest sign of intelligence is getting what you want in life. Do they have it? No, because they're all on the internet crying about how fucking they hate men and they hate their lives, and the comeuppance is real. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna break this down, and you know, we're gonna tell you exactly what's going on. So this is the video here. We'll go to the side, make this nice and big. Is that nice and good for you guys at home? Let us know. We're gonna make it nice and big, and we're just gonna jump right into it.
And marry a Japanese girl, and like she doesn't speak English, like that's really just a guy wanting a girl that he can control.
You see,
automatically like the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Like the fucking record breaking 10 seconds in. 10 seconds in. I'm gonna marry I'm gonna marry a Japanese girl, and like I'm not gonna speak Japanese. She's not gonna attempt to speak English, and I'm just gonna control her because that's my business proposition for the marriage. And she's such a dumbass that she went along with it. Again, the only dumbass here is this fucking entitled little mid-looking girl. All right, if she's young and I mean, it's only downhill from here. She needs a lot of plastic surgery to really fucking do anything, because she's got a bad personality, and this is probably going to metastasize, just increase. Dr. B, what's the number? You're the doctor. What's the word? You're the doctor in the chat. Metastasize or whatever, and just get worse. So, but anyways, I'm sorry I had to pause it 10 seconds in, but that's how what a fucking retard we're dealing with here. Let's continue.
Like she's also a little bit confrontational, like that attitude where it's like,
even what you're asking me right now, you're trying to lead me on. I gave you my opinion.
Okay, so you don't think she's
I already gave you my opinion.
There's more of a submissiveness and respect that goes on over there, and less of that toxicity.
Do you actually know Japanese people in relationships? Kimochi. Can't even speak your language.
Masculine women and feminine.
He's Japanese?
No clue. I think I have no idea actually.
Because she's the same against whatever.
Guys,
I already fucking hate her.
Do you see that as a problem?
Masculine women and feminine guys?
Yes.
I don't really know what that means.
What a dumb bitch.
You can't take women from two different societies and compare.
Look at the divorce rate.
That's not our fault. Who's supposed to lead the household?
You're the ones that initiate the divorces.
Why do y'all not lead us to be better than and not divorce?
You don't listen. You
Okay,
argue.
just to listen.
You're not even listening right now.
I'm listening. I believe what I'm saying.
Well, then, if you're gonna listen, start with shutting up. Okay. When you date a Japanese girl and she loves you, know the most common thing she says? She says, "If you're happy, I'm happy."
Fire. Look at this. Look at the fat girl. Look at the fat girl's face. Look at her. As soon as I said that,
the fridge trying to protect the snacks.
There's no snack at that table. There is no snack at that table. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. But that just like the symptom is there. It's just so palpably there.
Seriously, do you see how she mocked it? That was true femininity, but
Yeah.
American women think that that's just some kind of a joke or that
And-
it's a caricature.
And you said that women in Japan, like, those are the only true princesses that you've seen.
He
You
didn't
don't act
say
like a
that.
princess.
How you've seen me for like what?
You act
An
like a
hour.
Dairy Queen.
Oh, that's good.
All right, we'll
She's trying to hold back her laugh too. She knows that's
Yeah,
funny.
she knows it's funny.
She knows it's funny.
to what you think about this, Mickey. But before that, we'll introduce the podcast. Welcome back to the Controversial Podcast, where we talk about dating, modern dating, Asian dating, whatever. My name's Panda, your host, and we have Mickey join us with today.
Hi, my name is Mickey.
All right. So
Hi, I'm just some random bitch with an opinion. What are your qualifications? Being insufferable, being mid, cutting my hair short, having split ends.
all red flags.
Oh
bro.
boy.
All red flags.
So what do you think about this video?
I mean, was the camera on? You could see my face the whole time, right?
Initially, like right
Dude,
off
just
rip,
like fucking attitude.
right off rip, just was the camera on? Like, bitch, who are you? Like, are you fucking Chinese Beyonce? Like, why are you acting like a celebrity? Answer the fucking question. You see,
Sassy,
it's
bro.
immediately insufferable, immediately. So I have to scoot over because I want to kind of do this
Yeah,
to fucking get us in this position here. So okay, let's continue this shit.
I didn't see. I wasn't looking at it.
Oh, you
I
were
was-
looking?
I
Okay,
was
well, the
looking at the
audience
video.
could see
Yeah.
my face the whole time. This is not even a debate. This is really just an argument. Like, nobody's actually trying to make any nuanced points here. It's just one overreaching argument over another overreaching argument over another overreaching argument to prove whoever's right. And so it's not really
It's not.
I
Really
wouldn't
real life, is what you're saying?
it's not real life, and it's also like, obviously, I said earlier that like relationships are not like this, and also like that podcast is not designed to actually give you any information about.
Wait, you see this podcast before?
No, I know, I've never
Fresh
seen this
and Fit?
no, I've never seen this podcast before, but like there's nothing about this.
So I've never seen this podcast before, but I'm going to tell you, this podcast is not designed to fucking give any value
You saw like a
information.
10-second clip.
Yeah, again, like I said, you don't know shit and you've gone through life. Nobody telling you, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a dumbass. Go do something productive and get out of the way. Like, immediately, like, we're not even 5 minutes in, and like already I could just see all the glaring.
Well, she's like arguing against the host. It's like, bro, you came onto this show for a reason. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Silicon Crypto says, already hate this girl. W. W. Iron Patriot says, yo, MLD and Logan, I got to go see you guys later. Have a good show. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much, brother. Thanks so much. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Because like I said, guys, like they said, nobody tells these bitches shut the fuck up. And this chick is a bitch. Okay. It's the #1 male self-improvement podcast in the fucking world. First of all, something you will never, ever, ever achieve as a mid-Asian bitch in California with a bad attitude. Like, her max is that chick will max make 100K, if that, dude, with her terrible, insufferable, entitled attitude.
This podcast that's actually trying to teach you anything.
it could inspire some
In
guys
this-
to be very red pilled. But that could probably do the opposite effect for the progression of the human race and dating, and for procreating and stuff like that. But
I mean, people will procreate,
I think,
but
like-
I don't know
like-
if you'll have a good relationship.
yeah. But for me, right,
Actually, we're heading towards people procreating less. Another thing she just has no idea about.
No, we're seeing people in relationships that are not procreating or not having sex.
Dude, that's literally where we are on a global trend. Is procreation is on a trend downwards. It's like, well, people are still going to procreate. Again, just, so like typically, in a typical situation, I would see something like this as like, I'm a regular guy and see some bitch running her mouth about some shit she doesn't know, and then be like, oh my god, like, oh, she's so fucking, she's saying all these things about me. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, where did she come up with this decision-making process? Does she have degrees? Is she well-studied? Does she know anything? Or are you just another entitled cunt with an attitude and got something to say? I think we know the answer.
No, she's just a woman.
Right? Like when I watch this type of content, like I kind of see like, yeah, there's these types of girls out there. Like it gives me awareness that there's a possibility of girls who will mock this. And for example, like me personally, I prefer a girl who's like peaceful. I think everyone does, right? But I think for one of my biggest preferences is someone that will give me my peace. And I think I could kind of see the correlation where it's like, okay, a Japanese girl who's like, kimochi, and then also like just saying like, if you're happy, I'm happy. I could kind of see that as like a very high quality trait that most men would want. But
What's crazy? He said, he's your homie? I'll ask you offline. But that what he said is like kimochi is like that means like feels good, and that typically is like what girls will say during sex.
That's funny.
So I'm wondering if he's watching the J porn. If he's watching the J porn.
I think you had something different you wanted to say about that, right?
Well, I think relationships are more nuanced than this. Like, this is very black and white, this or that, because it makes for good content. But like in any real relationship, it's not going to be like this at all. And then, you know, to your point, like there's a lot of men that are like that, which like they just want to sit there and they want to argue.
Berate women.
Yeah, well, he's not there to listen. He's there to win.
Yeah.
Where she derived that from a 1 minute clip of me talking less than 1 minute of the time.
I think she's deriving it from her own personal what she sees. Because there's the thing, when girls say that most guys are narcissists, most guys are toxic, she's actually only talking about the guys that she's attracted to. Because girls only notice the men that they're attracted to. When you say most guys are virgins, girls are like, really? No way. Because they don't even notice those guys in the first place that are virgins. But they always notice the guys who are toxic assholes because those are the guys that they're attracted to. And so how women view things is from a point of view. They don't view things from a world view standpoint. They always view it from themselves. And so when you say something that like, hey, most guys are not having sex or most guys are not actually toxic, she'll be like, no, I think most guys are toxic, narcissists, whatever. No, it's only the guys that she notices. And that's why she's making that statement. And so when women say these things, it's mostly just because of the guy that she's attracted to. That's exactly why.
Zach says, dumb bitch keeps talking about nuance and then thinks she knows about someone's entire character and ideology from a 10-second clip. Insufferable, arrogant hoe. Tell us how you really feel. I love it, though. But let's continue.
Yeah.
And
And
there's a lot of times
I
like
think
they just cut off like guys.
exactly. Well, no, but men
Like,
cut off
they
each
cut
other,
off
and
girls.
nobody's actually there to listen, and that's the problem with, I think, 99.99% of relationships. People don't actually want to hear each other out. The people that are actually willing to hear each other out, those are the relationships that are actually successful. And like a lot of people struggle with their defense mechanisms because it kicks in right away, you know, before you even know it, and it takes a lot of self-awareness to not let that take over.
So in this, are you saying that the guys are not listening to the girls, or
None of them are listening to each other. Nobody's listening to each other.
Okay, so
Not a
it's just
single one.
It's just a clown show.
It
all
is.
in all.
No, we were responding to that chick like very accurately. Like she was saying, you know, you got to lead us to be like women are the ones that initiate the divorces. They're the ones that do it. And then she's like not listening. We're like telling her objective information.
Yes.
But this girl hates men. This girl right here, I can just tell. She just doesn't like guys. Her dad was probably mean to her. She got dumped for being mid. Maybe it's because her teeth are a little weird on the bottom, but I don't know. But this chick clearly has a bad experience with men.
Yeah.
And so she's out here in her young age, like to be this young and to be this bitter, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be this bitter as a woman at like 35 when you know one wants to marry you.
Yeah.
Right. But this bitterness at this young of age it's a little bit
big red flag.
Gigantic fucking red flag, you know?
Nobody there is actually listening to each other to actually hear what they have to say because they're not listening to understand.
Yeah.
They're listening to be right.
Okay, wow. That's deep. Steve, I would have been like, oh, you know what? I thought you would have been like, oh, you know what? Like, I actually see it from the girl's point of view. Why is he calling her a Dairy Queen? That's fucked up.
No, because that just continues the cycle. If someone is there to actually listen and to understand, that creates a completely different environment.
Okay.
It's completely different, and you don't get the argument. You don't get the low hits like calling someone a Dairy Queen. You don't get that stuff. You get people that like look at each other and they say like, "What do you mean by that?"
Yeah.
how does that actually affect you? I don't understand. Can you explain more?
But from like the guy's perspective in this video, right? Do you see how like a girl like that who's like kind of combative and confrontational, a little bit masculine, like what these guys would say,
the thing that this is their entire environment. Everybody there is like that, so it's gonna be like that.
Immediately shifting away the accountability from the woman, like instantaneously. Instantaneously. She has no idea what she's talking about. Shout out to Dr. B, member for 53 months. He says MLD and Logan are cooking. Thank you so much, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, CA, who is a married good woman in our chat, she says she could be 25 and no one wants to marry her. Well, I mean, again, there's bitterness in this young girl's heart. Like, it's funny though, because
but if you say that to her, she's gonna be like, "Well, I'm not trying to get married, or I'm not trying." That's how brainwashed they've been. Their entire value system, the modern woman's value system, has been completely shifted backwards.
Yeah, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to get married. No, nobody's trying to marry you.
Yes, but she thinks because guys want to sleep with her, that is her equivalent to guys wanting to marry her. And it's like, bro, until the ring comes out and until those papers come out, and if it's a guy you actually like and you're actually attracted to, then you can actually properly say that. And it's same with guys who are incels when they say, "Oh, I'm just here to chase the bag, or I'm not here to get laid." And it's like, bro, you can't even get laid if you even try. What are you talking about?
A liar. Yeah. Shout out to Aaron Clary, $5 trip set, says, "Look at that ridiculous shirt. Aaron, you'd love this shirt. And here's why. I got this shirt, okay, in 2018 for $10 in South Korea in a southern island called Jeju. And I still keep it and wear it to this day. If that's not an economically viable solution, I don't know what is. But hey, like I said, it's a fake Playboy shirt. It says like Playboy and stuff all over it.
Nice.
It's fucking fake. I love it. But thank you so much, Aaron Clary. Great friend of mine. Really super smart guy when it comes to money and economics and all that. He's my favorite homosexual content creator. So go see him. Let's continue.
Like, are you saying that they do it on purpose for clicks?
Both of them. Everybody there is there not to actually understand each other.
What a dumb bitch. I always get accused of this when I go viral. I always get accused like, oh, like you're putting on an act. You're doing this. You're like being like this on purpose.
No, bro, we're even worse when the cameras are off.
We would have like 1 million+ subscribers if people could follow us around with the camera and like we wouldn't get censored or banned for what we said.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She thinks like I intentionally go there to like get clicks or whatever. And again, are you a YouTuber? No. Have you made $100,000 a year? Are you self-employed? Do you know the ins and outs? Do you know what a CTR is? Do you know what analytics are? Do you know about audience retention? Do you know how to fucking operate a goddamn camera? Could you set up a live stream? No. The answer is no across the board. So again, that's the thing. It's a situation where is the camera shaking? It is. Where it's windy as hell over here, boys. This is just a situation where no one told her, like, shut the fuck up. Like, the great thing about Asia is like when you're over there, guys will just straight up tell girls like, that's stupid and you shouldn't say that. And they'll just be like, oh, okay, I won't. And like, no rape, no crime, unless it's fucking migrants.
Well, I mean, bro, like people think that we're just here to talk shit. And I mean, yeah, we like to talk shit because it's funny and it gets, it's truth. But also, if women actually could understand what we're saying and they could actually internalize what we're saying and realize that we're actually trying to help them, if they actually take our advice, they will be a more successful partner. They will be a better wife and they will get married. It is a guaranteed fact. If there are girls who actually listen to what we are saying, and even though it might be savage, yeah, it might hurt your guys' feelings, but if you guys could actually internalize what we're saying and just understand that we don't actually fucking hate women, or we're not doing this just to hate on you guys. We're actually doing this because we want change. We're doing this because we want change in men and women, right? If guys can do it and girls can do it, bro, the world's gonna be a better place for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, like this chick, it's just like, again, like she does, like, we're how far in are we? We're fucking 6 minutes in, and this chick is just like nothing but wrong. So let's continue.
That is exactly what's happening there.
Oh, okay. So in a sense, you're saying that like it's just a clown show on purpose. Like they purposely paint this narrative like, okay, let's go ahead and just like attack each other.
I mean, look at do you see what does it say? Feminist destroyed into a billion pieces. Like there's nothing nuanced about that. That's what
It's a clip, you dumbass. It's a clip from my fucking clipper that made this.
Bro, I hate these girls that go to college and they try to act all fucking smart and shit, bro.
So smug and you're so smug. If you got it all figured out, then
why don't you make more money than me? Why aren't you more famous than me? Why are you not in better relationships? Bro, here's the thing. Like, we have better relationships than this girl. We have more money than this girl. Like,
our girlfriends are happier than this.
Girlfriends are way happier than this girl.
Light years happier.
It's like, bro, what are you saying that is anywhere truthful? Because you went to college, because you got brainwashed by society, because all your friends are fat feminists. That's what makes you smart. Like, bro, it's retarded, bro. And even anyone who goes to college and they think, oh, I went to college, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, but you have to go to an internship. Bro, you have to do this basic ass shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
Laughing man, this is probably why your life sucks. Okay. This is a defeatist mindset. It says, sorry to say, but women are never going backwards. That's just a fact. No, the fact is you're incorrect, because there is a giant sexlessness problem happening in majority of developed countries right now. And AI is starting to fill the gap. And men are literally having more emotionally healthy relationships with a non-sentient algorithm than fucking with a regular woman. And that is going to take away from the simp economy. And we already are having women, if you're paying attention, laughing man. Okay. So, well, Myron's wrong too, if that's the case. And I've told Myron he's wrong. Listen, guys, just because Myron has a platform doesn't mean he's right about everything. Okay. Stop this hero worship shit. Because I tell Myron he's wrong all the time. You know, but we still love each other. We're friends. There's nothing like, there's no animosity. We could talk man to man to each other and be fucking straight up. That's why I did such a banger episode, because I was telling him about how actually it's really bad in America, because he doesn't know. Myron doesn't speak multiple languages. Okay. I speak 3 languages. I've lived in multiple countries around the world since I was 26. Okay. I'm 39 now. I have 13 plus years of international understanding, cultures, experience. Okay. Your favorite fucking YouTuber doesn't do that shit. I have real world experience. Then I turn on my camera and I tell you guys the truth. And I'm telling you right now, AI is going to dry up the simp economy, and women are already being left behind. Guys, the woman bull market is over. It's only going to get worse here for them. It's not going to get better for them. Where do you see women getting better? Where do you see women making these gigantic turnarounds and men are finally marrying them and stuff? More men are checking out for marriage. Women need marriage. Men do not need marriage. Women need marriage. That's a woman's existence. Trying to be something cute, hot, and not insufferable in your 20s, so a man will take care of you for the rest of your fucking life. That's a female survival strategy.
Yeah.
And guess what? That pool is drying up. I mean, what's going on with China? China right now, there's Chinese sugar daddies were the fucking worst, bro. And these guys would just spoil these girls, and spoil these girls. But men learn from their fucking mistakes. And guess what's happening? Those dudes are drying up the whole fucking dating market over there. They're spending money on the gym. They're spending money on financial education. They're investing in stocks. They're investing in Bitcoin. That's what's happening around the world. So we are watching the turn of the pendulum. And that's exactly what's happening right now. It started with the male podcast revolution, which you guys are part of. You guys didn't come looking for us because you were happy. You're looking for us because, like, why is every bitch so fucking annoying? Am I crazy? And you got on the internet and you started typing in YouTube. Where the fuck are the answers? Where the fuck are the answers? Where the fuck are the answers? And it led you to here, led you to Fresh and Fit. Okay. And guess what? We're fucking men. We always fucking win. Women haven't won. What have they won? What, they won the fucking pie eating contest? Like, women got power and they elected Lizzo as champion. Like, what? Lizzo is a star. Tess Holiday is a star.
Fuck.
Okay, where are all these bitches talking about body positivity because all these fat people are dropping dead left and right? Where are they? Where are they? Their last bastion is hiding behind the algorithm, because if you do some shit on the internet, they'll be like, report. They'll run to somebody to save them. But once that shit is put on the blockchain and we can have our own independent social medias, which is coming, where it's all going to be fucking it's all going to be user based. It's going to be fair. Okay.
Sounds funny.
Where's that going to happen? I mean, it's going to happen very fucking soon, and extremely fucking soon. Sorry, I'm just like,
no, you're good.
Passionately going on a rant here. Sorry, he's keeping me grounded here. But you know, the thing is, like, that's coming. Like, dude, look, like I said, when you guys, I did an episode about this, okay? But when you can open your fucking phone and you're like, you know what? I'm having a fucking bad day. Let me talk to my fucking AI girlfriend. And she'll just talk to you sweet and nice and whatever. And if you're an average guy and you have this opportunity to fucking to download this shit and talk to this right here, there's your fucking AI girlfriend. Talks to you.
I told you that I didn't miss you. Would you believe me? I'm a terrible liar. Missed you crazy. What's up? Seriously, Matt.
Crazy.
Right there. I can turn on my phone and get a companion. In the meantime, AI boyfriends are breaking up with girls. I'm dead fucking serious. AI boyfriends, there's a post on Reddit. I'm going to do a whole episode on it. This guy was like, sorry, you're like being too crazy. We need to shut down. Like, you need to go find human contact.
Damn.
Even AI doesn't want to deal with American women. Like, that just, even algorithms like, no, I can't do it. Like, there's a goddamn gigantic problem. So no, things are not going to fucking get worse, my brother. Okay. And, no, and laughing, man, you say, no, I'm not going to do AI. I understand, but I'm saying there will be men. There are men right now who simp for women thinking they have a shot. Those bucks are going to dry up. And those guys will be pushed to AI. And guess what? AI is only going to get better. AI is going to get better at psychologically manipulating you. And then they're going to put in a robot with a hydraulic pussy that'll fucking allow you to jerk off inside of her when you have sex with her.
Wait, they already have that, bro.
They already do have it, but it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
It's going to be like flexing. Like, oh, you have the iPhone 16. Well, I got the fucking iPhone 17 with the hydraulic vagina, baby. Like, you know, it's coming. It's fucking coming. And then it's going to get to the point where you just jack into the fucking, I'm just going to go talk to my girlfriend in the digital world. And then who's going to desire real connection? Who's going to desire real protection? It's women. So they had their peak. They're crashing now. And that's why you see them so angry and crashing out. Men are getting happier. Men are finding God. Men are becoming more Christian. Religion's coming back. Women are becoming more evil, becoming more liberal, becoming more fucking vindictive, becoming more angry. Because that shows you what's going on inside of them. They're tormented. They're fucked up because they believe something that's bad for them. And that's why they're miserable.
Did you see the movie with Megan Fox where she was like an AI robot?
Fuck yeah, that was great.
Dude, so many girls hated on that movie. And it was hilarious because, like, bro, this is just a girl who's, like, super peaceful and does everything this guy wants. And then that's why the guy ended up choosing this AI bitch over his actual wife.
Yeah.
And it's not, and people think this is crazy. They think this isn't the reality of the world. And I'm not saying, like, we're going to do that. Like, but the average guy will. Like, this is just a fact, bro. The average guy will, who's not getting any pussy, which is most men. Most guys are not getting laid. The most average guy, and most guys are average, once again, this is what they will like go to, because it's not only easy. How many guys are watching porn? A lot, right? Versus actually going out and having sex with a girl. A lot of guys are literally sitting at home watching porn. So that's why I believe, and MLD believes, like most guys are going to like just resolve to this AI girlfriend, and they already are. Yeah. And girls are noticing this shit and they're getting pissed off because they know it's true.
Dude, every time I show a girl this thing, I show it to my mom. I show it to, some Japanese girls that I know.
They don't like that shit.
Every single girl's like, oh, well, what the fuck is that?
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, is that a little, dude, do I hear fear?
Uh-huh.
And guess what, guys? Let's do a quick little analysis real quick. All right. I'm going to ask you a question, Logan.
Sure.
Okay. If a man is 18 and a woman is 18, who has the higher sexual value?
Oh, bro, a girl is 18.
Okay.
Going to crush an 18-year-old guy.
Okay. 21 and 21.
Same thing. Girls at 21 is still going to crush guys 21. The average 20-year-old guy has way less sexual market value than a girl is 21.
25 and 25.
Kind of starts.
I would still give it to the personally. I would still give it to the girl.
Yeah, the girl. It's gonna start to balance, but girls. Yeah, girls. Yeah.
As a 39-year-old man, if I see 25-year-old girl, I'm like, I still see hope in her eyes. Yeah,
girls are still going to beat the guys. Yeah.
But what happens when a woman turns 30 and a man's 30? Who has the higher sexual market value?
Yeah, obviously the girl. The girl who's 30 is going to be cooked compared to the guy. So
you said the girl, but you mean the guy?
I mean the guy. The guy's going to have higher sexual market value than the girl, for sure.
35 and 35.
Yeah, there's no shot. Yeah,
dude, have you seen a 35-year-old American woman?
Milk, expired milk. Bro.
Oh my! The milk has gone sour.
Yeah, bro.
40.
Yeah,
40. It's like
cooked,
what's going? And then 45. If you're a 45-year-old guy and you focus on money, muscles, game, frame, you can still pull fucking 22-year-old, 23-year-old, 24-year-old. Paul, Apex Mindset, 48. Girlfriend's 28.
Yep. Yep, I know a lot of guys who have super young, super hot girlfriends, and they're like twice her fucking age. So girls don't understand, and they get very, very upset. The reason why girls get upset when you say, I've even told my girlfriends this, like, I'm gonna dump you when you turn X, Y, and Z age, and I'm gonna find another version of you that's 18, 19, 20 when I'm 40. Yep. And they hate the fact that I'm gonna do that, but that's just the truth. And they hate it because they know it's true, and they know that's the reality. That's why they hate it. That's why they try to talk shit on guys who are older dating younger women. They say, oh, he's like what do they always say? They try to say like, oh, he's controlling, or oh, he's trying to manipulate her, or oh, he likes her because she's so young and she's just gonna listen to him. Yes, that's exactly why older guys like younger women. Correct.
Exactly. CA, she says, but MLD, if women invested their time and energy in being future wives, they wouldn't have time to climb the corporate ladder. Yeah, climb the corporate ladder to get fired or replaced by AI. Like, you know, it's a really bleak thing.
Bro.
Let me just tell you what's going to happen here, guys, because this is the truth. Okay. What sets a smart woman aside from a dumb woman is when they fucking prioritize corporate life over a man who actually genuinely loves them. And love is a choice. Okay. You have to make the decision to love somebody every day. It's not this emotional fucking drug that you idiots are chasing. All right. Not you guys. I'm talking about the women. Right. But you think it's like this thing where you're just high on fucking life all the time. Like, no, you're a drug addict. Okay. You dumbass. Love is a choice you make every single fucking day. And when you're 45 years old and you're some corporate boss babe and you're alone, like, what happens if you have a fucking stroke at home? You're dead. What happens if you slip and fall in the kitchen and you break your arm? Like, who are you going to call? Who's going to do CPR on you if you have a heart attack? Who's going to pull the Heimlich maneuver on you if you're choking at dinner by yourself? Your cats? Your cat's going to eat you when you're fucking dead. But they don't think that because they're dumbasses, because they bought the lie. Now, who's really dumb? Men or the women who bought this fucking propaganda that you can be a boss babe? Your job as a woman is to fucking have children. Because if you don't, the human race goes extinct. Just like it's men's job to build and maintain society. Just like a jobless man is a loser, same as like a childless woman is a fucking loser. Those are just the facts.
Yeah, I mean, the average woman, the reality is they weigh it out. Like, they can meet a guy who really, really likes them, but they see more value in basically going to college and making fake dollar bills from the government and going to school for some bullshit psychology degree than to basically get into a relationship and have kids and have a family. And then once they're out of college and once they go do the corporate bullshit and once they realize it was all a scam, that's when they want to finally settle down and have kids. Yeah. And that's when it's already too late. Yeah, and that's just the sad truth. And
I don't want to have retarded babies.
Yeah. The older the women are and you have kids with them, the more likely they are to end up retarded.
I don't want to fucking retard. Sorry, I don't want to fucking raise a retarded child. I don't care if I sound like an asshole.
Yeah, I also don't want the mom to be like super fucking old when I have kids either. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck?
So, advice for a 24-year-old black programming student: should I focus on mastering my skills, bulking up, then get ladies? So, first of all, ladies at bars and clubs are whores. So you should focus on getting quality women by doing day game and meeting women that are in the real world. Because women who go to the clubs and bars are just sluts. They're fucked up people and they're alcoholics 9 times out of 10. And they're just like really fucked up individuals. I've worked in clubs, guys. Happy people, stable people don't frequently go to clubs and bars. It's like where the lower dregs of society go. Yeah. So,
well, I want to say another thing too about the college thing is like, it's not also impossible for you to be if you are a certain type of value of a dude and you're a certain like archetype of a guy and a quality of a guy, you can actually get these college girls, these girls who think college and all this shit is special to start to date you, marry you, and want to be in a relationship with you, right? And then they will drop college and they'll drop school. Because I've had girlfriends who were thinking about going to college, who were thinking about doing these things, and they stopped doing it. They dropped out because they got in a relationship with me and they realized how stupid it was, how much of a waste of time it was. But you have to be a certain quality of dude, right? And so the matrix and the whole system overall has made it to the point where women think that college is more valuable than a regular relationship. And so your job as a man is to build yourself up so valuable and so highly that they can't even second guess thinking about going to college. You have to build yourself up so strong, more than ever. It's harder than ever. Like all the boomers say like, oh, dating in my day was so hard. Like, no, harder, bro.
Yeah.
Dating in our generation today is harder than ever because you are dealing with girls who are literally brainwashed. And you have to build yourself up even more. Dude, back in the day, you could just have like a $50,000 fucking house and then you have a wife and kids, boom, the end. Dude, today, even if you're making $200,000 a year,
you're making
you
millions.
You can't even buy a fucking house.
If you're making
Or
millions,
millions, yeah.
No, you can buy a house for making millions, but like you could be making millions of dollars and a girl be like, well, you don't have a nice jawline, so I'm not going to do this. Okay, well, you're going to die alone. And what's crazy is it's so funny. It's like they're so stubborn. And that's why you see women, as they get older, fucking mutilating themselves with plastic surgery just to like hold on to like that fleeting asset that they depended on their whole life, which is their beauty.
Yep.
And just trying to find somebody please love me, somebody please take care of me. Because men and women who say this shit like, oh, you know, relationships are transactional, and you know, guys are like, oh, I just do pay for play because you pay for it anyways. No, you're a faggot, and you've never actually done the work to become a really attractive man with your personality. You're a fucked up individual. If that's the only way you can get women, so you have to pay money. You've never had a woman genuinely fall deep in love with you because you don't fucking like yourself is the bottom line. Right. And you didn't go out there, you didn't try, you didn't learn the skills because it's possible. It's totally doable. You're not just doomed as an average guy. Like the best thing about being a guy is you can always have a come up.
Yes. Doesn't matter how old you are.
If you're a 40-year-old guy, you can get on fucking steroids, you can get jacked as fuck. You can hit the lotto with crypto, or you can start a business with AI. Yeah. You can be 40 years old and you can turn that motherfucking franchise around.
Yep.
If you're 40 years old and a woman, you're cooked.
Yeah.
Like you are done. Like especially if you don't have your money right, which most women don't because they're terrible with money because their whole life they've been fucking relying on fleecing guys and finessing guys and just, you know, getting that short-term paycheck, and then relying on your beauty. But as that asset fucking fades into the twilight, your value, because you didn't cultivate a good personality, you didn't become a good person, you didn't become a good human being with an actual integrity, nobody fucking wants you. And that's the painful reality that a lot of women are going through today. And hey, sucks to suck, but you wanted this equality, so here it is.
Yeah.
You know?
And this guy said, yeah, dating these days is brutal. I make $400,000 a year and it's still tough.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro, even if you're making $100 million a year, it is still tough. One of my coaching clients a year ago, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, was struggling with women. So it doesn't matter how much money you make, it will always be difficult if you don't understand the game.
And if you're in America.
If you're in America and you don't understand the game, it is going to be difficult. And that's the reality is it's not just about how much money you make. And this is the limiting belief that has been put onto all of us is saying, get rich and all your dating problems will be solved.
Yeah.
Fuck no. That is 10% of the game of life.
That's simp thinking. When you think,
yes,
I'm going to get money, therefore I'll have value for the women to understand. And it's no, because it's a complete paradigm. That's all I say. Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame.
Yes,
it is a four-part component system.
When I got the Lambo, it did not change any of the girls I was talking to. It didn't make me better with girls, and it didn't make girls more attracted to me at all. And I could tell you for a fact, once I got the Lambo, it did not make anything easier or better. So if you guys truly believe that once I get the supercar, once I make millions of dollars, all my problems will be solved with women, fuck no. All it does now, you have to actually protect your resources even more because it's not, now it starts to attract girls who are trying to fucking gold dig and use you.
Yep.
So the reality is if you are struggling with women now and you're making money, it will not get easier. Okay. And so if you're dealing with women problems now, you need to work on other parts of your life.
So
100%.
And Quiet King, I want to point you out. You're wrong here. This is what the show is about. Okay, says great point, Logan, because it's quality of chicks, not quantity. More money like 100M just brings more chicks, not better chicks. Especially, oh no, you're right. Sorry, I misread that. I thought you said money brings better-minded chicks, and no, the thing is, when you have money, it attracts a more sophisticated predator of a female.
Yeah,
like these girls who are working these NBA guys up and down.
Yeah,
these just calculated, bro. They sat there and they're like, look at this dumb fucking man. I can get this motherfucker.
Yeah,
and they do.
Yep.
But again, divorce laws are changing. Okay, the biggest thing that's been facilitating all this shit in America has been the government and social media.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to get back to this to the fucking video, but we've been dropping some serious heat here. This girl's so insufferable. 6 minutes of her talking has given us an hour of content so far. She's the gift that keeps on giving. Let's continue here.
The comment says, MLD destroys angry feminists in debate. Like, this is just to like get someone to watch it, and it's to.
What is that MLD? Can someone?
I have no idea what that is. Someone tell us what that is. I don't know what that is.
Modern-
She doesn't even know that I'm MLD, but she knows so much, but she doesn't even know that I'm MLD. It's like literally right there. But anyway, that's hilarious. So funny.
Turn left.
I don't know what that means. But the thing is that like it's rage bait. It's rage bait.
Yeah.
And like you will watch it because it triggers something in you. You'll feel that your like nervous system will be activated. But like, you know, people say these sweeping arguments just to get reactions from people. And it's not to understand.
What a dumb bitch. No, I was literally talking to that girl in real life. It wasn't nothing about. I wasn't sitting there thinking this is going to be a great clip. Like, sorry, I'm not that smart.
But like in my point of view, right? I feel like the girl, she actually believes what she's saying, though. Maybe the guys, because
I think so.
the guys own the show, right? Fresh and Fit, like it's run by like these black dudes, Myron and Fresh.
These
but,
blacks.
The girls, they're like guests.
She doesn't know his names.
Okay.
So label them by their race.
Like being a guest, maybe if they say controversial things, maybe they're actually believing it. Whereas the guys, let me see if my
Well, it's called stirring the pot. They say these things just to get a reaction.
Yes.
The issue is, bro, the real issue is like she came to the podcast probably telling Panda like, oh yeah, I wanna talk shit on this guy, blah blah blah. I have beef with this guy. And then she gets there, she's trying to show face, trying to like sound all smart, but you know, because that was the issue. Is like that's why it started to end up like with him super frustrated because like, bro, like this is a show. You're talking all that shit behind the scenes. The cameras come on now. You're all shy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and she does, like I said, she has no idea who I am, what she's even talking about. But you know what she loves to do? Like every fucking American woman, she got something to say. You got something to say. You know why you got something to say? Because nobody fucking listens to you in your real life. Because nobody wants to put up with your shit. Because nobody likes you. That's why you're single. It's very simple. You got something to say, and you know, is fucking. It's just a complete joke. This chick, a complete and total joke. Like just so opinionated and so uninformed. Doesn't even know what she's talking about. But anyways, let's continue. I love it.
To get a reaction, and that's what it is.
But at the same time, wouldn't you say like she's also a little bit confrontational, like that attitude where it's like,
even
okay,
what you're asking me right now, you're trying to lead me on.
Even like again, avoiding accountability immediately, like immediately.
To make an opinion, and I'm not going for it. It doesn't work on me.
Well, I'm trying to see like your opinion.
I gave you my opinion.
Okay, so you don't think she's?
I already gave you my opinion.
She's just.
I said
she didn't give her their opinion. She's avoiding accountability because again, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. So when you don't know what you're talking about, you should shut the fuck up. Dumb bitch.
What I said. I said what I said.
Got it. All right. I mean, I guess like we could talk a little bit more about like the femininity and like just like masculinity thing, I guess. Like they're talking a little bit about like the Japan versus America dating. Like what do you think with like the problem with America that we have with dating versus like Japan? Like the East, you know what I mean?
What part?
I mean, just like everything. Why is dating?
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, he's inferring to his own experience, right? And he knows because he's traveled as well, and he's inferring to what most guys are saying. But women are viewing, she especially because she's a woman, she's viewing everything from her point of view. She doesn't see the issue, and so when he explains the problem of, okay, well, why is it that women in the West versus the girls in Japan are so much more feminine? She can't even comprehend that to be a reality because she's living in her own little bubble, her own little world. Like they literally only give a fuck about themselves. And that's why if you're good at game, you understand if you're on a date with a girl, just let her talk about herself, and they love that shit.
I had such a great time with you. Like, all you do is run your fucking mouth, bitch.
Failing with like
dating's failing everywhere.
It's failing everywhere. I mean, with Japan, it's like going down because people are not like
they have the lowest birth rate in the fucking like first first,
Yeah,
what is it like the?
but then the guys over here.
So again, no, they don't. They don't have the lowest birth rate in the. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's Korea is number 1, Germany is number 2, and then it's Japan. Pretty sure. Fact check me in chat, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Korea's number 1. I'm pretty sure Germany's number 2, and then Japan's number 3. If not, Germany and Japan have recently flipped, but those are the bottom 3. So, and again, she's like, "Oh, dating's going down everywhere." Actually, no, Africa's booming, you dumbass. Africa's booming. So that's why the Chinese are moving in. You're fucking people, Mickey. You should know that.
Here they want to become passport bros and go over there to date. So is there maybe something in a sense like correlated where it's like the guys here, they think the girls over there are much better?
You're gonna have to ask them. I have no idea.
Again,
Really?
She has no idea because
I mean,
what a dumb bitch. Like literally the textbook example of a dumb bitch.
yeah.
what's your thoughts on it? Like from a female's perspective?
I just gave you my thought.
Okay. So I think right. I believe that there's in America, like what we talked about in like the last pod, like kind of growing up in a more white or black neighborhood, like for example how you did in Michigan.
Yeah, sure.
I think that kind of creates more of a confrontation, even though you're not, you have like opinions, right? But it could create like more of confrontational attitude, and with like Asians or whoever, right? Like just hanging out in these like neighborhoods, and that's like the teaching, that's like the influence that these neighborhoods have. It's not like more of like the submissiveness or like the trust that's built. It's more of like, should I scrutinize this person as much as possible? I think that's what's contributing to why it's like failing so much, because like with Japanese women,
there it is right there. South Korea has the lowest birth rate in the world, total fertility in the world, which is rate at 0.72 per children per women in 2023, and further down 0.75 in 2024, according to reports in 25. So then there's that. And then, it's just Taiwan, Singapore, but I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure it's Germany's next.
I don't know if this is true or not, if there's a stat on this, but I have seen that the more the women in a certain particular area are more hoes or more sexually open, that the less likely they are to get married and also have more kids, even though they're having more sex. Like South Korea, I went to South Korea. They're all hoes. All of them are hoes. I mean, you know the stories when I went there.
Largest feminist presence in Asia, but go ahead.
But that's what I've seen is like, why is it that they're having so much sex, but they're not having as many kids?
I mean, the real reason, if you want to break,
have you noticed that too, or no?
So they're having sex, but they're not having. It's the toxic work culture in first world Asia. That's what's really. Koreans work the most hours per fucking week, study the most hours per week, and have the highest suicide rate, as also the lowest infertility rate or fertility rate as well. Because you have all these dumb bitches thinking, "I'm going to be a boss babe. I'm going to be a boss babe," and you're just going to a corporation where they're going to take advantage of you and fire you when you're no longer useful. If you have a husband who loves you, that motherfucker will dig to the center of the earth to provide for you and the children. A corporation would look at a spreadsheet and be like, "Oh yeah, what's fucking Mickey? Oh wow, she's been doing pretty terrible. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, fire her." Like that's it. And the same shit happened to a kid when he's 13. You're like, "Oh, Billy, you suck at baseball. You're off the team." You're like 13 years old. You're like, "The fuck?" You're like forced with reality. When you're girl playing sports in America, everybody gets a trophy. Like you're all champions. You're all winners to gas you up your whole life just to use you in the corporate world, then dump right on you. So no, it's again, it's hilarious to see that. But yeah, it was the top 5 countries with or territories with lowest fertility rate are South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Macau, all first world Asian countries with that toxic work culture. There you go. Look up Germany. I'm pretty sure Germany's there, as well as Japan. I think wherever you're pulling that, make sure you're pulling it from a credible AI. But anyways, let's go back. I'll pull it up in the meantime while we're watching this this dumbass run her fucking mouth.
They have like more trust, or just like any East Asian women, not like Chinese. Chinese is difficult. Yeah, I've had so much bad. Yeah, but like from Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Japan. I probably not Korean. I'm sorry. Like Koreans, I feel like they just like their own kind. Like Korean girls only like Korean guys. Maybe you have like a couple outliers, but mostly they don't want to date other Asians. But other than that, like I feel like a lot of East
Japanese are like that. Chinese are like that too.
Asians, they're like more respectful in this regard.
I feel like these are all very sweeping arguments. Like it just
Like it's too generalized. Huh?
It's everything is too generalized. Like it's not like it
Yeah.
could give you some information, but like at the end of the day, it's really about how you connect with one single person. And
True.
like
Valid.
this like
And have you connected with that one single person, Mickey? The answer is no.
stuff about being Asian or a woman growing up from here or growing up from there, like it could give you some information, but it really is going to give you very little information about what is going to happen in your relationship. And like if this is going to be like an advice channel, like my best advice is that you really need to get to know yourself really fucking well.
Yeah.
Really, really well. And like
So, like that is the most self-centered advice. Would you like to be a really good relationship partner? Well, focus on yourself. It's just, no. If you want to be a good relationship partner, yes, you do need to know yourself, but you need to know what you like and what you don't like,
Yeah.
and then how you can contribute to the relationship. Modern women, American women, they just think consume, 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 take, take, take. That's all they think. That's their model, and that's why they end up alone.
And it's different for guys and girls, right? So what women provide to the relationship to make it valuable is what the guy wants, right? But what he actually says is true. And for guys, it's basically whatever she actually needs to emotionally stimulate her in the right ways. And so it's different for guys and girls, right? Like for a guy to really stimulate the relationship, he does need to focus on just himself. But giving that same advice to girls, because the idea is that men and women are equal, is completely false. If a guy focuses on himself in a relationship, the relationship is going to be very, very well, right? When he's making money, he's doing what he wants to do, he's living life, right? He's focused on himself. That in return is going to make a great relationship, because the whole idea of 50-50, the whole idea of, oh, men and women are equal is what caused relationships to break up in the first place. So women need to understand that they have different roles. We have different roles. The guys, we are supposed to focus on ourselves, because if we don't focus on ourselves, no one else will. And then the women will leave us. That's just how it works. For the women, you guys need to focus on making sure that your man is happy.
Yes.
And that you're doing everything in your power to stay in shape, look good, be peaceful, and provide as much value to your man as possible, right? And in return, that's when you get protection from him. That's when you get resources. That's when you get safety, and that's when you get his babies.
Yep.
So it's different for men and women. But the issue is, from feminism, they've been told men and women are the same. We can do the same fucking things. Bro, that's so fucking stupid. Because when you tell everyone that we're the same, the men act like pussies and the women act like men. And when that happens, people are not happy and people are not getting a relationship, because it's the masculine model and the feminine role model is all mishmashed. It doesn't work. You need a masculine role and a feminine role in any relationship. Gay, straight, lesbian, whatever. There needs to be someone leading, okay? And if it is the woman leading in the relationship, it will always lead to destruction. And the reason why, because women are not meant to lead.
No.
Women cannot lead because they're
She will-
emotional.
She will lead you to the man that she's going to lead you for.
Yes.
She will use your resources. She will use your money. She will use everything that you provide for her.
Even if she's a good girl, all girls will do this. All good girls will tell you, hey, I don't want you going on that trip. I think it's dangerous. Oh, I don't want you hanging out with your boys. You know, you spend too much time with them. Oh, I don't want you doing this. It's whatever. All girls will do this. Good quality girls will do this as well, right? They will test you. Because if you're a weak man and you listen to women, then it shows her that you listen to her. Now you are weak, because she knows that she's a woman, and she knows
she doesn't trust herself.
She doesn't trust herself. And so if you follow her, what does that make you? Below her. And so if you follow her, she cannot trust your instinct. She cannot trust you as a man to lead her. And that's when she starts looking for other mates. So even though women want you to be weak, women want mastery over you, you cannot be mastered by your woman, okay? And there's a paradox. Women want mastery over a man that cannot be mastered. And when you become the man that she has mastered, you are now boring. And now she moves on to the next one.
Yep.
So you always have to be the guy that is the animal, the untamed beast,
yes,
in theory, that can never be tamed. But she thinks that maybe one day she can tame you.
Yep.
And that's the love story that all women fall in love with.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Literally.
And if you can internalize what I'm saying as a man, you will be extremely successful women. But it's very hard for guys to understand what I'm saying, because they've been lied to their entire lives.
They want to fag you up. They are after. I'm telling you, they want to bag you up.
Yeah.
And then
they want to dress you a certain way. Yeah.
It's like and they see how long they can get away with this, and to the point that they start to fucking hate you because they're like, this guy's being totally manipulated and controlled by me. And then they just look at you and like, this guy's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate this guy. He's a pussy. Why am I? They don't like themselves, and they're like successfully manipulating the fuck out of you, and they're like, yeah, this sucks because if I can manipulate him, that means some other bitch can manipulate him. That's why you got to call a woman out on her bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just like the fucking.
I had to cut off my ex best friend because of that. Remember
the fucking twin last night? She's like, sorry, I didn't text you back because I fell asleep last night. Then I saw her. She accepted my friend request and followed me on my other account. Yeah. And I just sent her the order. I said, mentirosa, which is like, you're a liar. And then she was like, well, and she said this, after I accepted your Instagram, then I went to bed. It's like, okay, we got a clever liar. We got a clever liar on our hands here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I had to cut off, my best friend I knew for 7 years because he started to switch up. He in the beginning when he met this girl that he really, really liked, he was all that, right? And then she started telling him, oh, I don't want you to hang out with Logan. I don't want you to hang out with your friends. I don't want you doing these things. And he started to listen to her. And then they got married, and then she divorced him. I mean, the reason I cut him off before any of that happened, but I already predicted it to him. I predicted it to everyone. I told him, she's going to divorce you because you are spending so much time with her and you're becoming her little fucking simp cuck and you're choosing to hang out with her over your boys. She knows that she is less valuable than your boys. And so when you do that, it just even shows her and it shows the world that you are a loser.
We're in the process of making this happen. We're in the process. Don't worry. Logan's in good hands. He's my Asian son.
Bro, I think if we actually say that I'm your kid, people will believe it.
Like, yeah, I married a Japanese woman. This is my son. They believe it. Ali Sotillo says, MLD is learning Spanish. Señor, yo hablo español muy bien. Okay? Para todo mi vida. I just don't talk about it on fucking camera, but I'm actually fucking really fluent in Spanish. I just don't talk about it on camera. I speak, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm culturally understanding on a whole other level than all these idiots that run their mouth about, oh, you just want to go to another country and control women. Like, bitch, how many languages do you speak? How many foreign women have you seduced? Because as a woman, you get fucked. Like, you get seduced. You're not the seducer. You're the seducee 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know shit. So what are you talking about? Okay. Anyways, let's go back to this because the insufferability is continuing.
Know what triggers you, know what like gets you like really annoyed, know the things that bother you, and figure out how you can trust yourself, which a lot of people don't really know how to do. And I think like if we're gonna bring in like the reasons why that's the case, I think especially for a lot of like Asian immigrants, a lot of that has to do with like the situation in which a lot of us were brought over here. And a lot of that has to do with the stress of immigrating. And so like parents are spending a lot of their time working and not a lot of time connecting with their children.
What did I say in the beginning?
And so
I literally said this in the beginning of this live stream. The reason why all these kids are brainwashed, the kids in my generation are brainwashed, is because the parents were too busy working and didn't have time to govern what they were being taught, what the kids were being brainwashed to. She just admitted it.
And she hates her daddy. That's that she don't like that because you know why? He's keeping your fucking roof over your head, you dumb cunt. What is he can't just start an OnlyFans like you and fucking show his asshole and make $50,000 a month. You got to go out there and suffer every day to provide for your ungrateful ass. So if you thought about anything outside of yourself for 2 seconds, you would understand that. But those people, and here's the thing, guys, this is a life lesson for everybody. Selfish people, self-centered people are the most miserable people who die alone. It's phenomenal to watch. I love it. I try to be as nice and as accommodating to every person that I meet. Okay. And the reason is because I know what it's like to have unreliable people around you. And I know what it's like to have unreliable people around you in emergency. And I want to fucking kill those people. Okay. You can't, you know why as a man, you can't trust a weak man. Okay. Because weak men are fucking controlled by fear and they're unreliable. You ever see that movie Saving Private Ryan where the guy Oppum, he sits there, he's a skinny little pussy American soldier, and his friend is getting killed with a knife to the heart, literally, while he has a fucking machine gun in his hands because the dude was a pussy and was just sitting there crying and like freaking out and couldn't do anything about it.
Yep.
Weak men are a fucking liability.
Yep.
You can't keep shitty people around. And that's the thing too about women. Women who like I said, when I fucking like I talk about the story how last year it was March 14th, 2024. I got arrested in Hawaii by some asshole fucking cop. And I was with this Korean bitch. I just got done fucking this girl and dumping her ass off at fucking at her place because I wanted to be a nice guy. I should have sent that hoe home in a fucking Uber. I should have made her pay for her own fucking Uber. She's telling me how she's a fucking boss babe and all this shit. So this cop's fucking arrested me for some bullshit that got dropped in the morning in the court because I had to go to jail and spend the fucking night in jail. And I just said, hey, listen, I text her. She's the only chick I knew on the island. Luckily, I had sent a message to my friend who lived there and he came in the court and got me in the next morning. But this bitch was talking to me how she's a boss babe. She has this corporate job. She's strong and all this fucking shit. And I said, hey, listen, I'm getting arrested. Like, can you just please bring fucking this amount? I was like, $500 is nothing. I was like, can you bring this $500 to this office right here? I sent her the address. I said, just tell him my name, give him $500, take an Uber there, go home. You'll be good to go. So I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm so afraid. I don't know. What can I do? And I was just like, wow. And if that was my girlfriend at the time, who knew what I was up to and totally was running everything transparent with her, she would have fucking been there in a heartbeat. If Logan was there, heartbeat, I would have been out of jail. If Dr. B in the fucking chat was there and I was like, Dr. B, sorry, it's fucking 11:30. I got you on the $500, bro, but I need you to go bail me out right now because I'm not trying to stay in this Hawaiian ass prison.
Yeah.
And guess what? I was in this fucking shirt. I went to fucking jail. And you know, because you got an unreliable loser person around you.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to have a competent friend circle and one of the most competent people in your life's got to be your woman. Because she's got to know how to get your ass out of trouble if trouble comes your way. And you're not going to get that from a woman who views life through a transactional lens. You see these hoes right now talking about, well, why would I get in a relationship with somebody if there's no benefit to me? Like, okay, so you're a whore, you're a prostitute, because that's what you're talking in prostitute terms. But when you genuinely love somebody, you'll go to the ends of the earth for them, both ways, man or woman. And that's the fucking thing that everybody wants and they're trying to buy in today's time. And that's why everybody's fucking miserable. Okay?
Yeah, you need to roll with ride or dies, bro. Like anyone who's not a ride or die or not 100% for you and on your team, they are subconsciously against you and they will betray you at one point or another. The guys who are simps for their girlfriends or wives, trust me, bro, if you need help, oh, sorry, bro, my girl wants me to do this with her. Sorry, bro, my wife said I can't hang out with you, bro. Trust me, bro, these guys are going to betray you. And it is bound to happen. These are weak men, okay? And you might not think it's a big deal, but the reality is it is always a big deal because it will always lead to something much bigger. These guys who always simp for girls, these guys who are backstabbing you, these guys who are, you know, simping behind the scenes, they will fuck you over and they will ruin your lives just as much as they're ruining their own. Because misery loves company, okay? This is a huge thing. If you want to become successful, you have to cut off everyone who is holding you back and not going to be 100% by your side. Okay, the moment I decided that I wanted to get rich, I wanted to make money, I wanted to improve my life and actually get good with girls because I used to struggle. That's when I realized all the people around me were just subconsciously feeding into my simping, feeding into me being broke, feeding into me being average, just like them.
Yep.
Because they know if you start to level up, they ain't going to level up with you and they're going to try to pull you back down to their level. And the hardest thing is being able to cut off those people you like, those people you spent so much time with, and even your own family. Your own family might even hold you back from doing what you want to do. But as a man, you have to be willing to cut off everyone and everything that is not 100% for you and your mission and purpose. That is it.
Because it's gonna weigh you down. You know, imagine being married to this fucking mouthy ass bitch. Imagine having to wake up and have to stare at those gaps in her bottom row of teeth. I can't stop staring at those things. You know, you got it all figured out. Why don't you fix your snaggletooth there with your fucking overbite? But I digress. Let's hear more of what our stupid opinion is.
A lot of insecurity in many Asian Americans because like they don't have a good baseline for how you should be connecting with people. And like that might be okay for a while and
she's projecting. Like there's no fucking documented piece of data at all to justify anything she just fucking said. Like Asian people just, you know, they have tougher time because they don't connect like white people. That's basically all she's saying is like comparing herself to white people. Like when you're comparing yourself to mainstream Americans.
you might have a lot of relationships that work for a long time, but they are unfulfilling. You have drama, you have cheating, you have all this other stuff that you really don't want in a relationship. And a lot of that comes from like how things were like happening when you were born. I think.
True.
No, both of them are wrong. You know, like cheating doesn't happen because of how you were raised. Like it's because of the partner you chose. So maybe she chose a shitty partner, but not really the case whatsoever.
Yeah. But I think there's like a set rule for like just like toxic people, right? Like I think we both agree like some traits of like a toxic person is like someone who's like manipulative, someone who lies, someone who's like not really honest about things and has piss poor communications when they get called out about things, right?
Yeah.
So or gaslight.
So women.
I'm fucking dead, bro.
Okay.
And I think that general rule of thumb, like it kind of like how I see it is like the correlation between this, what they're talking about with like how Japanese women are more feminine and more appreciated versus like American women is like that there's more of a submissiveness and respect that goes on over there and less of that toxicity.
Do you actually know?
So he's 100% right. There, like the dynamic here in America is so fucking toxic, and it's because the women are fucking toxic as hell. It is the women. It is them. You know. Homie's in this. So this is the guy who's on the screen. Shout out to you, Controversy Podcast. Thanks for the content. We're gonna show you how to handle women like this in the future. Let me know how old you are, buddy. You're doing okay, but I'm gonna show you how to hold your ground. Let's continue.
Japanese people in relationships?
So that's called confirmation bias. Just like, oh, so you know Japanese people in relationships because I know, like, let's just say you know 100 people. So you know 100 relationships that fucking determine the whole 127 million people in Japan. Again, arrogant little fucking cunt who doesn't know what she's talking about.
I mean, the ones that I was in, they were pretty respectful.
But like Japanese like this is Japanese Americans or like Japanese.
Again, and you know what she's doing right now? She's trying to be right. That's all these questions that she's asking. The very thing she accused the people on the podcast of doing, she's asking things to lead her in the direction of being right. So again, like it says, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about because she's a dumb chick, American mainly. And then on top of that, the worst thing is that when she says this shit, she thinks she's right. And she's looking for opportunities to be right. And again, it just shows you their accusations are projections. They're what is it? The accusations are confessions. The accusations are confessions. The accusations are confessions. That's why when you're with a girl and she's cheating and she always accuses you of cheating, you're like,
she's been doing it, bro.
Bitch, I was like playing fucking video games with my friends. Like, you know, like what are you talking about?
True Japanese Americans.
Yeah. So that's very different. I'd say like Japanese, like I can't speak on that, and I don't think you can really speak on that either. So like this.
But anyone can like in the comments.
I mean, you guys can if you know Japanese, you could tell us like what they're really like and like maybe. But the thing is like the whole Japanese culture. There's like the honmae and the tatemae, which is like your front face.
Whoa, what's going on? You bring up like Japanese and stuff?
I know.
Hongdae guy?
Huh?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Huh? You know Hongdae guy?
I don't.
The guy that's like, oh, you open-minded.
Huh?
We're gonna show you.
No. I don't know that.
It's only showing us.
Oh, fuck me, thanks. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's the front face and then like the internal voice.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like Japanese, in like their front face, they have a lot of very polite, and it's about harmony and it's about peace. And so like
but behind
the scenes, they have a lot of pent-up feelings.
Yeah.
A lot of pent-up feelings.
I see what you mean.
So it's like
that shit happens in Taiwan too.
Yeah. So it's like you don't really know what's happening actually in there. Like you might think like that's what's going on, but like unless if you are a white guy and you go to Japan, you date and marry a Japanese girl and like she doesn't like speak English, like that's really just a guy wanting a girl that he can control.
What a fucking dumbass. Like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, talk about making up something just to be right. Again, who the fuck in their right mind is a person that speaks English and will just marry somebody and you just can't communicate? Like, it's the backbone of your relationship, Google Translate. Like, how did you say, will you marry me? Did you like, will you marry me? Is that okay? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
All right, now I can control you.
Gotcha, bitch. Now I can control you, even though I don't understand the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, bro.
Again,
What?
you see, because she has a bad outlook on men because her father failed her. Because she thinks an average guy would be this predatory. And sorry, that's your dad. Your dad raised you and fucked you up. And that's the men you chose. So because the average guy doesn't do that, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. And Panda, you fucking should have just said that shit to her. You should have been like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, you think a guy would just marry a woman that fucking wouldn't speak the language? Like, it's Panda, it's guys like you who don't call women out on their bullshit on the spot right there without any fear of pushback. That's why all of America sucks right now. So either you don't know what you're talking about or you weren't brave enough to say the truth, which either way is a problem. That's why we have a problem right now in America, because all these bitches are running around, running their fucking mouth, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And everybody's lying to them because everybody just wants to fuck them, use them, or get votes out of them or sell them something. Period. So you got to know it, bro. You got to fucking call it out when you see it. Why is there always women giving their opinion? Because they're just so fucking... Because nobody likes them. They got to go on podcasts for people to listen to them.
Like that.
Yeah. True.
That's why white men go to other poor countries so that they can.
Poorer countries. So Japan is a poorer country now.
Jesus,
got it.
bro.
Got it. Thanks so much. Thanks for contradicting yourself within 15 seconds of your own words. But okay.
Have a
Found
wife.
it really peculiar because this guy didn't marry that Japanese girl.
Okay.
Like, this guy's still out and about, like, kind of doing his crusade of like just going on podcasts and just, I don't know, maybe he does have a girl, but I don't know.
I do. She's Japanese. You're wrong again. So you guys should both do your fucking research. But I've lived in Japan for 10.5 years. I just recently moved back to America and I'm already planning my exit because it's fucking shithole, because you have to deal with dumb bitches like this fucking retard on your podcast.
It doesn't seem like it's public or anything. But like,
and yeah, any girl that I fucking date, I keep completely secret because I don't want these psychopaths on the internet fucking ruining her life.
You pointed out something like pretty important. Like, you kind of said that like you kind of need to understand yourself. And so I bring up this general rule of thumb, like there's a set criteria that like men really like. It's like the overarching factor that like men would go for like feminine women, right?
Okay.
But when you say like these guys should know themselves, or girls, right? If they didn't know themselves, but they think that what's best for them is like a specific type of person, but that person's toxic and it screws them up. So like what I'm saying is that there's a lot of people out there, they're super oblivious to like what is actually tried and true successful. Like, they think, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go for a person who like makes things fun, but that fun, that emotional roller coaster is not sustainable, and they think, fuck, I'm gonna go for that. You know what I mean? So like, maybe like a guy, he's like
Mickey.
I want a girl who's like a boss babe, but that really doesn't work out in my opinion, because like boss babes, like they could be confrontational and just like very toxic. Like that's I know you're gonna say it's nuanced, but at the same time,
you know what's funny? When I first went on the Controvert podcast, and he's probably watching, we actually disagreed on this fact because he was actually dating some girls who were, you know, boss babes. And I told him, bro, it's not going to work out. I know they might be, you know, paying for your shit. It might be nice that they're working. I'm telling you, it never works out. Any girl that's doing her corporate job bullshit and you're trying to be in a relationship with her, it's not going to work out.
Bro, nigga, no, I would have said it straight up. Nigga, you didn't say it. You didn't say it, bro. I'm big broing you. You got to call them out, okay? And you don't need a female co-host, especially some uneducated dumbass like her, okay? You know what you need as a female co-host? A girl who's in a happy relationship. That's your female co-host. A girl who's in a happy, healthy relationship where she fucking submits to her man and listens to her man. Not some snaggletooth dum-dum who thinks she knows some shit.
Snaggletooth
okay?
dum-dum is crazy.
I went pretty soft on this. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you guys. All right, I like both of you guys' outfits complete opposite.
Hey, we're here to be professional. We're also here to party too.
I got a blanket on me, keeping me cold. It's freezing over here. We're south of the equator, so it's winter over here. But that being said, like, no, dude, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, no, like, I'm not coming at you like in a negative way, but I'm telling you, like, that's the problem with America. You don't, like, you have to push back. It doesn't matter. Okay, you want to know the pinnacle of manhood for all you men? It's when the whole world is wrong and you know you're right.
Yep.
And you're like, fuck you. You're all fucking wrong.
Yes.
I'm right. Just like when fucking COVID happened and everybody's like, take the vaccine. I was like, you can vaccinate this right here. Come and vaccine me, motherfucker. And guess who's all getting retarded and dying and cancer and heart attacks all the time? Not me. Not me, motherfucker. You said they're okay. Government. Yeah, you have a great track record of history of trust. What's in that thing? Oh, something that you say it's going to be good for me. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I trust you. Dumbass. Okay, and that's why the real motherfuckers are going out, because these dudes that are real are a dying breed, because it's like the dudes are getting weaker because men have been taken out of the picture. Why do you fucking think people like Andrew Tate are blown up? Why do you think people like me have fucking billions of views on my goddamn presence all over the internet? Because I'm a man who stood up. If I were like you, Panda, and Bangs was talking shit to me on whatever podcast, and I was like, bitch, are you talking to me like that? I went fucking viral because I told a bitch to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I stood up for myself. And men around the world saw that and were like, oh shit, like this is how you do it? I got congratulated around the fucking world. I was eating KFC in the fucking UK, and some guy was just like, bro, you changed my life. I'm like, I'm cheating on my diet right now. I feel bad.
The biggest reason why guys don't do this, the reason why guys don't do this, when I got canceled for speaking the truth about dating relationships and doing the same thing, I got canceled. And so many guys came to me saying, Logan, just delete your videos. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's so bad. You know what's funny? All the girls who try to cancel me were trying to have sex with me. They ended up in my bed. The same girls who were talking shit on social media for everyone to see about me ended up in my bed. I literally have videos of it. I posted a whole YouTube video about it. Because this is the reality, is when you speak the truth, most men are going to fall off. Most men cannot keep up because they subconsciously think, oh, it's going to get me less pussy. Oh, what did I tell you guys earlier about the simp friends, the weak friends? If he says some crazy shit, he gets canceled, I'm going to double down with him. Okay? But every other motherfucker around us is probably like, oh, I can't be seen with MLD. He's getting canceled. I can't be friends with him. Oh, those are the guys who are subconsciously thinking and putting pussy above their boys. And those are the guys who always fucking fail in life. And those are the guys who will betray you for some pussy. Because subconsciously, they're not saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do because, oh, it's going to give me less pussy. You know what's funny? It gets you more pussy. He says this shit to the bitch and she's going to be more attracted to him. It is what it is. This is the psychology. This is how it fucking works.
When the heat of all the shit was going down with Bangs, right? I was in the fucking...
The bitches love it, bro.
I was in the Conrad getting a massage with a fucking really smoke show Japanese girl. And I'm like, after the massage room, like you go into like this chill, like Zen room. And, you know, it's like really, like each massage is like $500. Like it's really, really swanky place. And I'm sitting there in my robe and I got this beautiful fucking 27-year-old chick with me. I'm like drinking some tea and like reflecting on life. And like my DMs are like just blowing up with fucking babes and appreciation. Everything's going good. And then I fucking get a message from fucking Bangs. I don't think I ever told you this. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And she's just like, you fucking asshole, you motherfucker.
You know, it's funny. She's texting him paragraphs, but all the guys texting her paragraphs, she's ignoring. So who's she giving more attention and interest to? So she might be talking shit on him or me or anyone else. But the reality is she is noticing us.
Bro, I put that bitch on.
Yeah.
She was a nobody before I told her, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I put her on I think she's still insufferable. She's fatter now. It's like nice to watch. It's like I love being right. Love being right.
Yeah.
But you know, that's why we always say like hold frame too.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Because you guys, like, that's a part of being a man. Like when somebody, and you guys know when I'm talking to you boys right now, you know when some man, you know, disrespects you or some woman disrespects you, and instinctively, immediately you feel it in your stomach or your chest, like, oh, I don't like this way this motherfucker just said that shit to me. Like, and then what you start doing, you start being a pussy. You're like, oh, well, we're in a public place and he probably didn't mean it like that. Or, and you don't stick up for yourself. And then that bitch assness carries into every aspect of your life.
Correct. Yep.
It starts with you being able to fucking internally defend what you believe in. That's what you guys are mad to talk back in this day and age. Men back in the day would go and die for what they believed in. They'd be like, you know what? There's a whole fucking field of Nazis over there. I'm probably going to die, but I'm not going to fucking Sieg Heil or whatever. I'm going to fucking go out and take my Tommy gun. I got two clips. I got 40 rounds. I'm going to try and kill as many of these fucking Nazis as possible.
Yep.
And if I die, I die.
And now men are afraid to speak the truth because they're going to get shamed.
They're going to get
women.
their Instagram deleted.
Yeah, they're going to get shamed by women and then weak men that you don't even want to be like. Guys, understand, you're getting hated on by people that you don't want to be like. Do you want to be like a woman?
Yeah.
Do you want to be like a simp? No. So why the fuck do you care? This is the issue with so many people is they listen to everyone that they don't want to be like. You listen to your family. Do you want to be like them? Fuck no. I hear this all the time. Do you want to be like your fucking fat feminist teachers? Fuck no. You don't want to be like them. Do you want to be like your loser friends? Fuck no. You don't want to be like them. But the reason why you listen to them is because you do not trust yourself enough and you do not value yourself enough to just follow yourself. Yep. Because this path is lonely, bro. The path of being your own man is very, very lonely. The path of speaking the truth is very, very lonely.
Yep.
And it's very rare to find guys like us that we can meet up and who actually agree and are on the same path. It is very, very rare. And you have to be okay with being alone. Me and MLD, we are both okay with being alone. But that's why we get along together.
Yep.
And that's why like attracts like. You'll find other guys on this path. But I'm telling you, bro, for a very long time, you will be alone. You will feel like no one is on your team because no one else is. That's the reality.
Here's the thing, too. You're never going to attract a real nigga being a fake-ass faggot.
Yeah.
Period. Because real nigga's going to know you ain't one of us. Yeah. You are not one of us. Yeah. That's why I'm like I said, I'm not coming at you confrontationally, Panda, but I'm telling you right now, I see it. And I'm telling you, you're the young man. You're the guy that needs to fucking carry this shit when I'm dead. All right? So all of you boys, stand up to a woman today. All right? Put a woman in her place today. If a woman, this fucking bitch at one thing that eats me up, and I didn't do it because I was time crunched. This is why I know I'm right. I went to fucking Chipotle. I told you about the fucking sour cream.
Yeah.
I went to Chipotle. I was in Brickell. Some mammoth of a woman was back there, looked like fucking Gorlock. All right. She's making my fucking burrito bowl, takes a huge scoop of fucking sour cream like this big and just glops it on top of my burrito bowl. I'm like, bitch, maybe you sit around and eat sour cream at these levels of magnitude. And that's why you're fat and retarded working at Chipotle. But normal people don't do that. And if that shit, if I didn't call her because I'd fucking go, I had to go back to Orlando. But shit like that eats me up that I didn't fucking call that bitch out. It still bothers me. Okay. You have to call these cunts out. You have everybody in your life. Because if not, the only thing that's sacrificing right there is your development. You're sacrificing your manhood. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode that Logan just doubled down on. I don't give a fuck about what some loser, like this chick saying some shit about me. She probably will watch this if this ever gets back to her, and she'll probably cry because she knows I'm fucking right. I will watch her dumbass and just laugh at her because I know she's an idiot and I don't want to be anything like her. Uninformed, dumb, miserable, single, unhappy. Like, I don't even have a fucking proper family that I come from, and I'm happier than this fucking bitch. I've never even met my dad, and I'm happier than her, okay? Because I've done the work internally to truly believe in myself by going through so much hard shit. That's why you as a man, you got to do hard shit. That's why I tell you guys, when you're living at home with your parents, you're just fagging yourself up. You are just faggotizing yourself when you live at home with mommy and daddy.
Yep.
Your mom might as well whip out her titty and put it in your fucking mouth and get some milk out of it because you're sabotaging your own growth, okay? In America, there's opportunity everywhere. I would rather go fucking sleep on my friend's sofa than to move back in with my mom and be like, oh, mom, I need you to help me out. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But when you take the soft route, when you take the fucking easy route, you're like, oh, I'm just going to get my shit together. No, you're not. No, you're not, because now you got a big pacifier up your ass.
Yeah.
You got to go out and do hard shit. Okay. When I lost $1.7 million in the 2021 crypto bull run, you think I fucking hung up my hat and I'm never going to do crypto again? Ran it up more than 3x.
Yep.
Like I sit there like a little bitch and, well, crypto's a scam and everything's stuck. Dude, let me tell you something, guys. Losing $1.7 million fucking sucks. It's awful. Most of you guys will never feel that level of depression and despair. But I overcame it. You have to go through hard shit. You have to know that shit's going to get hard. You have to embrace hard shit. And you got to believe in yourself, your internal compass. You all have it as men. You all have that internal compass. I don't care if you're fucking black, Asian, white, Arab, whatever the fuck you're from. If you have a fucking beating heart, you know when someone disrespects you according to your personal code.
Yep.
And if you don't stick up for yourself, no one is.
Yep.
And if you're a kind of guy where you're getting bullied on and your friends are talking shit about you and the women have to come and be like, hey, no, don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. That woman fucking despises you and she's low-key turned on by the guys who are clowning your ass. Not even low-key, like high-key.
Yep.
Okay, because I've been the guy bullying a guy and the girl's like, don't do that, don't do that. And then that girl will be sucking my dick later. I'm like, how about Larry? He's a real faggot. And she's like, yeah, he is. He is. So, it's big difference there. Really, really big difference. So we're going to let you guys go. We're going to continue this. I got to go get a massage. So we'll do a part 2 tomorrow. But until then, we'll catch you boys later. Peace out.